Yes, hello farmers. I hope everybody is still keeping safe. You are maintaining the hygiene in washing your hands, sanitizing most of the time, and trying to avoid crowd as much as possible, and still putting on your masks. Just for your own sake, even if you're not sure that there is corona out there, I will prefer that you just keep safe, since you're not sure whether there is or there is not. So being safer is much important. Just follow the government guidelines, put on your mask, make sure you carry a sanitizer as you walk around. So we have been talking of how to come up with our own feeds, and yesterday I talked about how to come up or what should guide you when you're making these feeds. We ended up finding DCP, which is actually the minimum should be 18 when it comes to layers or broilers, or in terms of growers, and it should be at least 16 and 18, such numbers. So yesterday we calculated that, and we got how you reach or how you go about that number. So today I would love us to go into it to broiler starter feed, which is very important if you want to gain that weight of at least within the course of 6 weeks. You are able to get that weight that can be sold like 1.5 kg, 2 kgs of broilers, so that you can, get rid of them from your farm and bring another flock. Then there is a number of things you can do. Either you can purchase high quality feeds from a well-known seller, or you can make yours at home. At least you'll be sure in terms of percentages what you're using and what you're spending on it. But remember, as you make these feeds, they have to be cost friendly to our pockets. They have to be cheaper than the ones we purchase already processed. Okay, so there is no logic in making your own feed if it is more expensive instead of than just buying. So if buying is relatively cheaper, then there is no need of you making your own feeds. But if you can get this material cheaply, then I really advise you go that direction. So that's why I want us today to learn how to make our own broiler starter feed at home. We will still stick to the 70 kgs. Okay, 70 kgs broiler starter feed. So this one is very simple, and remember, the idea is to use what? Locally available material. So to come up with this 70 kg, and remember, like I told you, the optimum number that I prefer with broilers is at least 22. Okay, the international set standard or the universal agreed upon is at least 18%, but I usually like to go overboard to a 22. But this time around, I want us to grow these birds within the course of 6 weeks. So we'll increase from 22 to 24. And how do you get that 24? DCP percentage. If you have not watched my previous video about this 24 number, 22 numbers that I'm talking about, DCPs, then kindly do so by revisiting the previous videos that we have done on coming up with our own feeds. It is very simple, it is very easy to understand, it's step by step, and you get there. Okay, so for these 70 kgs, this is what we will need to make our own most effective feed for the broilers as a starter feed at home. We need at least 40 kgs, okay, of whole maize. I hope up to there we are okay. Then we will need 14 kgs of soya. Remember, we are targeting a DCP of 24 so that we can get that weight at a very short period of time. So that's why I'm using 14 kgs of soya. Then you will need 12 kgs of fish meal. Very important. So already we are heading there. Whole maize, soya, fish meal, and then we will need at least 4 kgs of lime. Okay, so these are the macro ingredients when you are making a broiler starter feed. These are the macro: 40 kgs of whole maize, 14 kgs of soya, 12 kgs of fish meal, 4 kgs of lime. These are the macro. Macro means big ones, major ones. Macro. Okay? These are the macro. Now here on the micro ingredients, which are very important, very, very important. Okay? So on micro, we will need at least 70 grams of broiler starter premix. Very important. Okay, premix is an X, not S. Premix. That is very important. And then we will need at least 35 grams. Okay, 35 grams of lysine. Again, a very important ingredient in broilers. Then we will need 35 grams once more of 309. So this micro plus macro, you have a complete optimum feed for your broilers. This one will get, you will be able to get that weight, at least 1.5, 2 kgs of a broiler bird, which then you can sell out there, which is the standard actually, kgs that you should, the weight or the mass that you should sell your bird at. So you can notice that micro, we are talking of grams, but macro, we are talking of kgs. So it is important for you to put that in mind. But after you have done all this at home, okay, kindly make sure you add let me write here. To all of these, make sure you add coccidiostat, which is very important. Coccidiostat of 5 grams. Thank you so much. God bless you. I look forward for you to making your own feed.